Hello folks, no ad read today because we're doing a Q&A session, which should be pretty cool to come over. It's been ages since I spent a few videos doing this background. I really like it, and you know, Q&A videos are some of my favourite videos because I get to sit here and instead of following a script or making sure that I'm getting everything out that I need to get out and making all the points that I need to make about a certain story or something that's going on, instead I can sit here and just wax lyrical and talk to you guys for a while and go over some stuff that we've been happening on the channel. So everything's going well right now on the channel as a brief overview of the channel space. Everything's going fine. I think we're pushing decent numbers, especially this time compared to this time last summer. So last summer we had a big downturn. Well, not big downturn, but it was a steady downturn. Like, it was almost like the algorithm had picked us up and then dropped us down, and then into September we had a bunch of like huge growth again. This summer's been a steady rise in terms of viewership, in terms of subscribers, which has been great. Like a steady rise, going up and up and up. Nothing too spectacular, but always trending in the right direction. I've noticed this month is not the same. This month the views are down. And the thing is, like, weirdly, I don't know why. This is the thing about being on YouTube. I don't know why they're down, because like every video I've seen has similar numbers to last month, where apparently we're lower on viewers. I don't get it. I just don't get YouTube sometimes. But trying not to worry about it, trying to just get on with my day and just like not think about it. And to be fair, the less I think about it, normally, the more this goes away. If you want to help me like not worry about it, then Patreon's down below, I guess. But no ad reads today, because I want to just make sure I'm doing this for the patrons and make sure that they're getting their money's worth from being able to have a direct line to send me questions at least once a month. So here I am. So none of these will have names, as per usual. I don't like doxing people, and all of you use your real names on your thing, and I know a real name will slip in once or twice if I don't just make a blanket statement of like no names. So let's jump in, shall we? Hi Northern. Question 1. I have a question for you for your next round. I would like to preface this question by saying I'm not trying to brag or sound like an ass, even though it may come across like that. Okay. I've been playing for the past 2 years. I got an army before its codex became hot stuff in 9th, and I've been one of the best players in my store since then. I started a new army before 10th edition, and when it dropped, I haven't lost since. It's not even one of the broken armies, however. I am developing a reputation in my store as someone people don't want to play because I'm too good. I don't build based on the meta, I don't do tourneys, and I mix my list up. I tweak my list down based on my opponent's experience, but once the game starts, I don't know how to balance things without intentionally throwing the game. I just don't want to play with friends, I just want to play with friends and want them to play with me. But facing an unbeatable opponent can be disheartening to them. What should I do just to be one of those guys again? For some context, my store is more casual. The friendly local store up the street has all the tournament players. Also, I hate the attitude tournaments foster and do not want to play with them. Okay, so here's the thing, man. You are a lion living with a bunch of sheep. I myself am a sheep, and if I had a lion walking around my store, I would avoid playing that person, because that's not the kind of game I want to play. It's not a slight on you, it's not a slight on your playstyle, it's not a slight on your personality, it's just, this hobby takes time, and this is something that we have to make sure that we're following and that we're understanding. This hobby takes a lot of time to put into place and to get things right in, okay? It's okay for somebody else to be like, do you know what, dude? I'm not really up for playing a game in that mold right now. I don't want to play for blood right now. And even if you're not doing that, here's the thing. Most people who aren't competitively minded, right? They will play games of Warhammer 40,000 just to throw some dice and have some fun. And whilst you say that that's what you're doing, I'm fairly certain it's not. It's one of those situations where I fully believe that that's what you believe you're doing. I fully believe that you believe, truthfully, that you're playing casual games of Warhammer 40,000. But I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that if I came and watched you play a game of Warhammer 40k, I would define you as a competitive player. Even if you're nice, because most competitive players are, the way that you play the game, the way that you go about maintaining a commanding presence on the tabletop, the way that you use your rules to eke out every single bit of advantage that you can from them, I would define you as a competitive player. Now, other people will say, well, he's just playing the rules as they are on the Codex. No. What you're doing is you're creating really good combinations with the Codex, even if you don't realise that you're doing it, and going from there. That's what you're doing. You're playing the game competitively, but in a casual way. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Thing is, this is not something that you can just be taught. You can't be taught to be a casual player. You either are one or you aren't. And you are not, my friend. You are a not tournament player maybe, but you're definitely a more competitive player. You're a player who remembers things really well. You're a player who knows their codex back to front. You're a player who can eke out every single bit of power, even from a balanced list. Even from a list that isn't very high on power, you're such a good 40k player that you can eke out those ounces of power from any list you bring. Not everybody is equipped to play guys like that, dude. What you are is a tournament winner in waiting. And you're playing sheep. My advice to you would be to just try that local game store up the road that is more competitive. Just try it once or twice. Head up there, play a few games. I bet your attitude changes towards other competitive players. I bet you it does. That's what I would try. Anyway. And if you're playing your normal friends, maybe play armies, buy an army or a kill team or something like that you aren't familiar with, and just skim read the rules, because you'll know them really well. Read the rules, but don't. It's really hard, dude. I just go up the road and play with people of your own kind. I'll just do that. Anyway, next one. Hello North. I have another question for your A. Okay, thank you. Yorkshire tea. I finally got... That wasn't the question. He didn't say Yorkshire tea. Move on. I finally got around to watching your incel video. Okay. I've never done an incel video. Okay. I've done a video covering male mental health and in relationships. I've never done an incel video. I don't like the term incel. I don't think you're ever involuntarily celibate. I think you are a volcel. There are a lot of people, men these days, who are voluntarily celibate. You're a volcel. Incel isn't a thing. I believe every man out there could get laid if he just put his mind to it. You're not an incel, dude. You're not involuntarily celibate. That is something that women and snooty other men who get laid like to push on men who actually aren't man whores, right? They like to push around that kind of a thing. You're voluntarily celibate, dude. At least most of you are, right? Alright. I had to ask myself why hate women. Well, you shouldn't. Moving on. Here's the thing. Right, here's the thing. Before I go any further, I see this all the time when people try to argue. I'm guilty of it sometimes as well, by the way. I try to argue feminism from a male standpoint. I try to argue against it from a male standpoint. That's not what we should be doing, because what we're doing, we're preaching to the choir when we talk like that. If you want to tell people that feminism is a load of nonsense, you need to do it from a woman's point of view, because feminism does not help women. At all. Right? It doesn't. It's a nonsense. It doesn't help women at all. As long as you can go forward and you can break down the wage gap argument like it needs to be, torn down. It was torn down years ago, but it's still out there though. If you want to tear that down, you can do. You can tear down all of the ridiculous things about because I choose not to go into a job, it means you'll keep me from it. No, it doesn't. Right? There's no you can't. You're never going to make any headway with women if you rage at them and shout at them all the time. It's just not going to work, right? You've got to bring them down to your side. You've got to make sure that you're saying these things from a point of view of, listen, it's not helping you either, right? It's not. This is not helping you either. It's bullshit, okay? We're not living in, as I said the other day, we're not living in fucking Mad Men anymore. Guys aren't slapping your ass at work and licking your ear in the elevator going up to your floor. That ain't happening no more. And if it is, that guy should be in jail. Right? And they probably will be in jail as soon as you go to the police. Even with no evidence. Right? So, yeah, don't talk to me about that shit. And if you're gonna get... If you want to really, really go after feminism, you need to get women on board. You do. Because a lot of them would be. The amount of girls I've spoken to over the years where I've been like, I've just laid out my points in a calm, rational way. Like, look, this helps you as well. And they come round. They may need a few days, but they do come round and go, actually, yeah. You're making a few good points there. And it may even take years for them to come back. I've known friends who've not spoken to me for years, then come back and go, oh, by the way, you're right about that. You know, and things like that. And I've had women who've completely blown me off and not wanted to talk to me anymore. It's fine, you know. The woman I'm with now was very much on the side of feminism until I explained why I'm not, right? And that's because it doesn't help you either. You know, it's a nasty ideology built in keeping people apart, not bringing them together. And that's not what I'm about at all. You know. Anyway, why hate women? Don't, right? I myself am an incel. Sans the hatred of women. Their curves are just too nice. Dudes. As I continue my journey to self-improvement, with my most recent victories being mental health counselling and going to a friendly local game store for 40k, my next goal is to do social reps and get a girlfriend. My question is, where is a good place to interact with intelligent people? Love to hear your thoughts on this. I appreciate the work you put into the community and have used the advice you give to begin to untie the Gordian knot that is my life. Alright, first of all, lose the energy. You know, you're not involuntarily celibate, dude. You were in a part of your life where getting laid wasn't for you. Sex isn't the be-all and end-all, man. Like, go and read Meditations, Marcus Aurelius. Go and read Stoic philosophy. If you want to be a success in life, it comes from you. It doesn't come from pussy. It just doesn't. There's no power in pussy. The only power that's in pussy is getting more pussy. That's it. That's it. That's the only power women have over you. Is vagina. As soon as you stop caring about that and you get on with your life, and you stoically get on with your life and you say, look, I'm going to live my life for me and joy. My happiness is paramount. My happiness is most important in this equation. As long as you think that, dude, you're living the best life. And when you do that, somebody will naturally come along because what you're doing is naturally very attractive. If you're living your life and going, I don't fucking need your vagina. Got my hand, go over there. Right? Again, and I've said this before, don't do it that often. Don't masturbate that often. Do it once a week. Save up and give yourself a treat. Don't do it every day, because your body does not know the difference between getting laid and mating, making babies, and masturbating, because your body is fucking stupid. Ask cancer cells, right? Your body is a ridiculous piece of biological engineering. It can do really, really clever things, but for the most part, it's a fucking moron. And it will do things like, oh, he's got his dick in his hands, he must be getting laid. No, he's not. Right? You will stop making so much testosterone and losing weight and getting yourself out of bed in the morning if you wank yourself into submission. Don't do it. Save it up once a week. And then have a nice time with your favourite porn star or whatever. And then go again the next week. Right? But don't do it every day. Please don't do it every day. In terms of your actual question, I just had to give you some advice there, man, because like the way you were talking about women there, you know, it's okay saying it in jest. You know, I say it in jest, and I've heard other people say it in jest, but like, don't seriously write into somebody and say the curves are just too nice. I hate women. That's not a successful mindset. And that's not an attractive mindset. You need to get rid of that before you do anything else. Before you do anything else, get rid of that shit. Right? Try and stop thinking of it in that way. And the only way you do that is through social reps, as you just said. Is going out, talking, and getting social reps. Speak to men first. And then eventually speak to women. Social reps are social reps. It doesn't matter if you're talking to a man or a woman, or transgender or in between, doesn't matter. Speak to somebody that you've never spoken to before. Learn some interesting things. As soon as you do that, you'll be able to talk to women. You'll be able to because you will stop seeing them as these ridiculously wonderful things that you need to put on a pedestal because their pussy has power over you. It shouldn't. Go and speak to people and treat them as people first, right? Once you've done that, and you've got your reps in, and you're living a stoic life, you're living a life that your happiness comes first, that's when you will attract, naturally, the woman that you want to be with. Don't go and get a girlfriend because you're thinking, now's the time to get a girlfriend. No, no, no. No. Right? A lot of nerds do this. A lot of nerds go, I now have a job. It is now time for me to get a girlfriend. Oh my god, no woman wants me. And then you get into this vicious circle, right? Because the more you go out there looking for it, the more it goes away, dude. Build yourself first. Build your castle. They will come, right? Literally. Like, build your castle. Build yourself. Read the Stoics. Listen to the podcasts. Expand your mind. Read some books, right? On life, the universe, and everything. Go to the gym. Eat well. Dress well. Look after yourself. You know, play your video game. If it expands your mind, expands your horizons of what you want to think about in terms of you're a storyteller or you just want to escape for a little bit, that's fine. Play your video game. But expand your mind, get out there, do some shit. Work your job, fine. Build your life. Then they'll come into it. But don't be saying, now's the time for me to go and get a girlfriend. It doesn't happen that way, dude. It just doesn't. Not even for good-looking men. Even good-looking men. The only thing good-looking men have over you is because they naturally get female attention quite a lot of the time. They're able to go through this process naturally. They're able to be like, you know, they are more confident to be able to just build their own house because they know women are always going to be there. Yeah? You don't have that luxury, or most of you don't have that luxury. I don't, right? So you've got to build yourself first. Build yourself first. Build your own happiness. Enjoy your own happiness. Have the fruits of your own labour there, right? Ready for you. Exalt in your own body, dude. I love doing that. You know, when you've had a really good week at the gym, or a couple of weeks at the gym, and doing runs and stuff, and you look at your body in the mirror, and you can see the tone, you can see things happening in your body. I love doing that. Exalt in yourself. On your own. Don't be one of them gym bros looking at yourself in the mirror. Don't do that. Go home. Have a shower. Look in the mirror. Look at the results. Be happy to be you. That's what you should be doing. Alright? Less of the weird shit. Stop talking about women's curves. Stop it. Right? Just get on with your life. Have fun. Anyway. Next. Hey, Exile. Oh, by the way, intelligent people. You're asking the one question, dude. Intelligent people are all around you. Just talk to them. Talk to more and more and more people until you find intelligent people. You're asking the wrong question. The right question is my behaviour right for my current goals? And no, it wasn't. But, you know, we've covered that. Moving on. Hey, Exile. Don't know if this can be used in its own video for a future Q&A. What do you think Games Workshop needs to do to fix the current stock problems they are having, since a little over half the stock Marine range is sold out and Tyranids only have 3 models available to purchase? I've checked other armies and their stock also seems to be anywhere from 25% to 50% gone. Should it be like this, or should GW slow down their release schedule and make sure they are at least 80 to 90% stocked on all their products? Also, this is from the US site. Okay. You know what I'm going to say? Make it all made to order. Done. Done. You order a model, they make the model, they send it to you. Done. Finished. Right, that's if you get it from Games Workshop. If you get it from a stock account, like a normal store, they will order their stock, and Games Workshop will make the stock, send it to them. It may take another week later to get to you, but you got a 20% discount on it. Fine. You know? Make it made to order. Everything, not just new releases, everything on the range should be made to order. Do you want that Basilisk battle tank? Then buy it, and it will be made to order and shipped to your address. I'm getting really, really, really sick of this outdated, backmoded, ridiculous system that Games Workshop have in place in terms of their making orders and sending them to you. That they have the solution right there, they just refuse to use it. This is the symptom of a much larger problem at Games Workshop, and that is old boy disease. What is old boy disease, I hear you cry? It's people at Games Workshop who say, this is the way our forefathers did it, and that's the way we're going to do it, until the company fucking collapses. You will not believe how many people there are at Games Workshop with that kind of mindset. That's why they don't make stuff made to order. They could do. They don't, because this is how they've always done it. And people still keep paying for the stuff anyway. What they don't realise is, if they made it made to order, they would sell fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 times what they currently are. But they don't care about that, because Games Workshop are lazy. They just want to make money. Right? They don't want to they want to make the most money for the least amount of effort. Changing the way that you make models will take effort, even if it makes you a lot of money in the long run. They are not a forward-facing company, dude. They don't look towards the future. Games Workshop are a company that say, what are we doing next week? Instead of, what are we doing over the next few years? That's who they are. That's why it ain't ever going to change until you stop buying the fucking models and you go and buy them elsewhere, or even better, 3D print your stuff. Right? Cool. Moving on. Or go and play other games. There's fucking Battletech's out there. Why are you playing 40k when there's fucking Battletech? Go and play Battletech. It's awesome. I might do a video on it soon. We'll see. Okay. Next. For 100k subs, can you do some twerking videos, please? With oil, maybe. Up your pledge by 20 times and we'll talk. Next. Hey North, finally, I bit the bullet and joined up here. Good lad. Just finished listening to your Chaos Rant video and man, it hit to the core because yeah, it's true. It's too true to deny. But at the same time, I hate that I agree. I've heard that from a few Chaos players. I can't but help wondering, though, as a true son of the accursed 17th, whether a returned Lorgar as a Demon Prince of Chaos Undivided might be a good replacement for Abaddon as the leader of Chaos. He has far less baggage of failure, and Ascension to Demonhood might alleviate some of the idea of him being a weakling or a runt. He carves out an empire on those close side of the rift, and runs up across the Necrons and the Pariah Nexus, a Xenos shield between him and Terra. What do you think about that idea? It's a good idea. Like, I like the idea of Lorgar returning. It's out of left field. I like it. I'm just afraid that too many cooks will spoil the broth. Here's the thing, man. I don't think we should replace Abaddon and have him still in the setting. Whoever replaces Abaddon should take down Abaddon as their first piece of business. That's how it should go, right? That person should arrive and then beat Abaddon to announce themselves to the Warhammer 40,000 setting at large. If we're going to do that, I would just give Abaddon, in my ideal world, I would give Abaddon loads of wins and an empire of his own. Essentially, I would make Abaddon the big boss of from Metal Gear Solid of Warhammer 40,000. He doesn't want to have the Chaos Gods ruling everything. He wants a universe and a galaxy where his men, his brothers, will never ever be abandoned ever again by their fathers. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. You know? He wants there to be a war economy forever. And so he builds an empire to do just that. That's the best idea, I think. But having Lorgar come back would be fine. If he came, I would have Lorgar back just as a Primarch, dude. Just as a Primarch to really stir up some shit in the Imperium. Of like, hey, do you know that Lictitio Divinatus? Yeah, I wrote that shit. And I can prove it. Right? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But leading Chaos as a faction? No. I think Abaddon should do that for the sake that he's like staying away from the Chaos Gods. But I do think Abaddon and Lorgar should hate the shit out of each other, right? I would bring Lorgar back as the Chaos Emissary to finally bring Abaddon to heel. And Abaddon won't have it. And so there's this big Chaos Civil War. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, moving on. Hey North, Strange question, okay? They've all been strange, most of them, but it's fine. There is a guy I know who gets bullied by women. Let's call him Bruce. Okay, are you Bruce? Is this guy you? Anyway, there is a guy I know who gets bullied by women. Let's call him Bruce. Okay. His situation, according to him, is every workplace he has been in, the women bully him. I mean, they treat him like shit because he is not very masculine at all, and to be honest, so in his words, all the toxic masculinity types get the respect from women, but not him. Women treat him like an unpopular girl at school. It's quite sad. The biggest neckbeard at a game store will get more respect from women than this poor bastard. That's how he spelt it, by the way, bastard. What do you do for this poor... What can you do for this poor guy? He comes across as gay, but I haven't asked him because I don't like to pry as is. It's none of my business. Anyway, thanks for answering the question. Okay. Oh, God. This is going to be a heavy one to unpack. Alright, so... I imagine me even reading that question, a lot of people just switched off the video, to be honest with you. Alright, so... I don't know the truth of this matter, okay? But I do know a lot of men that aren't very good at women take their rejection as them picking on them. Or their lack of sexual interest as some sort of, you know, personal assault on their dignity. It's not that. You're just not very good with women. I just need to give you that medicine straight up, alright? The hope there lies in that just because you're not good with women now, just mean you won't be good with women later on, when you've actually learnt what to do. As I said before, the greatest way to go out and pull women is to have something better to do with your time than go out and try to pull women. Right? Have your own life, your own interests, your own castle, your own life that is worth being involved in. If you've got a life that's worth being involved in, even if you don't have a job, there are bums out there, dude. There are bums out there on the fucking dole, but they have charisma and they go out and they like to, and they're philosophers. They go out and they talk bullshit. They go out and they read so many philosophy books. They become really interested in the human experience, and women lap that shit up because your life seems like it's interesting to be in. You don't need money or looks to get with women, dude. You just need to be an interesting person. I've known guys to rail on women. I mean trash them verbally. Not nastily, but they break down every single argument right in front of them all the time. And they still get laid. Why? Because they make sense, they've got intelligence, they've got passion, and they've got a life that's worth being involved in. Because they're winners. That's why. You don't need to be good looking to be with women. You don't even need to be rich to be with women. I hate it when guys say, oh, well, I don't have this in my bank account. So, look, the women who judge you that way are the delusional 2 to 5%. And, you know, 2 to 5% of women are fucking delusional. That's, you know, the single mothers who go to a club and, or who are on dating sites and think that they deserve a Henry Cavill of this world. No, you don't, right? I'm sorry, you don't. You just don't. I don't deserve Scarlett Johansson. You don't deserve Gal Gadot. You don't deserve fucking Henry Cavill. That's just how it works. I'm sorry. They're higher value than us. They just are. They're higher value than us. How do you get that person? By being interesting. By having your own shtick. By having your own thing. Even if you have no money. This is why I say, a woman like Scarlett Johansson, a Jennifer Lawrence, whatever, they are not, if they're single, they are not out of your league if you're a dude. They're not. And Henry Cavill, if you're a woman, is not out of your league. Right? If you work on yourself. If you have a shtick. If you have a thing. If you're interested in the human experience. If you are a philosopher of the street, you are an interesting person to be around, and a lot of those people will get involved with you. I'm telling you now. Because they've got money. Money don't impress them that much. Like, what am I, fucking Shania Twain? You know what I mean? But money doesn't impress them that much. You being you impresses them that much. You having a life that's worth being around, that's going to enrich them, that's worth being around. That's what winners go for. Alright? It's the entitlement of men and women who expect hot people to be interested in them, especially women, man. I've come across this so much when I used to do online dating. Like, I swear to God. I swear to God. The amount of dates I would go on online dating where they would tell me, I wasn't really interested in your profile, I only came here for like, to get out and, like, you know, have some fun with somebody, like, have a few drinks, but now I'm here, like, I really like you. Yeah, I know, because if we were in a normal situation, you would be all over me, and I probably wouldn't look at you twice. Because I've been catfished. You're a lot heavier than you are on your profile. Right? Happened to me so many times. Because these people on these sites, they're so entitled. Because they get so many matches, they think that they're entitled to the 10. The Henry Cavills of this world. You're fucking not. You're not even entitled to me. Right? So how can you be entitled to him? And it's the same thing with men as well. Men do it as well, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. Alright? So, do not take their rejection as a personal attack. Dude, they're just not interested in you. This reads like, wah wah, woe is me. This reads like somebody crying. Right? Him saying toxic masculine types get the respect from women and not him. No, 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 dude. Normal men get the respect from women and not you. You need to learn how to be a normal dude. Right? I'm sorry, you're not going to meet anybody being a damp squib and sitting in the corner of the room going, hello, you know, you're not, you know, no one's interested in that. Right? Don't go to a boiling pot of water, stand in it, and then complain it's hot. That's what you're doing right now. That's what your friend is doing. He's going to a pot of boiling water, he's standing in it and going, oh, it's really hot. Yeah, I know. I know. Because you don't have adamantium skin. That's why. Those other guys do. Why? Because they fucking worked on it. And they built their lives. They're confident in themselves and in what they're bringing to the table. Dude, as I just said, dude, there is hope for you. Even bums with no money, vagrants of the street, right? Who couch surf. The most prolific guy I knew with women was a fucking couch surfer. He was a bum. He was an idiot. And women couldn't get enough of this guy. Because he talked shit. He knew philosophy. He knew interesting ideas. He found everybody around him really interesting to talk to. He made you feel like you were the only person in the room and you were fascinating and women lapped it up. That guy was prolific. He's married now with a decent job and he's doing his own thing. But in his younger years, dude, this guy was a fucking bum. I know because I worked with him in a bar. He would spend all of his money on booze at the start of the month as soon as he was paid and would be lending money from other people. He was a fucking bum and he was the most successful guy with women I've ever been around, right? He didn't have a place of his own. He stayed in the bar sleeping there. He couch surfed all the time. He was a vagrant and a fucking wastrel. He was a bard, right? Bards in RPGs are very good with the opposite sex or whoever they want to get with. But are they rich? No. They're vagrants. They're philosophers. They're poets. You don't even need to have anything to pull people. You just need to be interesting. That's all. Dude, if you're sitting there in the corner of the room with no social skills, expecting the world to acquiesce to your vision of what fairness looks like, you're just as bad as the feminists that I go on about on this channel. You're just as bad as them. Because you all expect the world to acquiesce to your feelings and who you are. No, fucking change yourself, dude. Grow a pair. Seriously. There are ways and means of doing this. Read the Stoics, as I've said. Get yourself a bro in your life. Go up to one of these men who are pulling these women and say, listen, can I have a word? I don't want it to seem like weird, man, but like, you know, you seem really good with women, and I'm not very good with them. Like, do you mind if I just, like, hang about and like have a few drinks with you and you know, see what you do, or just, you know, hang about with you just so I can learn through osmosis, you know. Dude, 9 times out of 10, forget that, right? 10 out of 10 times, I know what dudes are like. They're gonna go, yeah, bro, come with me. I'll show you the ropes. Another guy to go drinking with and go after women with? Yeah, fucking cool, man. Cool, come with me. Right? We're all here for... You don't realise they're not your enemy. The guys who are pulling women are not your enemy. They're the fonts of knowledge. They're the chads you want to talk to. Alright? They're the ones you want to talk to. If you want to get with the opposite sex, right? Don't talk to a salmon. Talk to a bear. If I want to know how to catch salmon, I don't talk to fucking salmon. I talk to bears. What you're doing is you're a bear sitting at the edge of the lake, of the waterfall, watching other bears catch salmon and going, oh, that's really unfair. Get off your ass. Get over to the lake. Start trying to catch your own salmon. And if you fail, ask other bears how to catch them. There are ways and means of dealing with this, and none of them involve sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. You know me, I'm fully in, I'm on mental health, dude. That's who I am. Like, I want to make sure you have a good life. I want to make sure that the things that work for me end up working for you. But I can't do that if someone's just sitting there going, so unfair. Why won't women touch my penis? Like, dude, you're not very interesting. Become interesting. Enrich your life. Be happy. Have people happy to be around you. Build it, and they will come. Literally. Alright? Cool. Moving on. Hey North, hope this is the right place to submit a question for the upcoming Q&A. It is. Well done. As a dedicated subscriber turned proud Patreon supporter, what a chad, thank you. Your channel has been a comforting constant during my recent backpacking journeys across Southeast and East Asia. Oh, okay. That's so cool that there's somebody out there listening to my voice, wandering around East Asia. That's cool, man. The world's an amazing place, isn't it? Whether it was on the bus to the North-South Korean DMZ near Seoul, Jesus, a ferry to a Thai island, or relaxing on a high-speed train to Taiwan, or in Taiwan, your content has been my hobby heaven. Cheers, dude. Your videos have anchored me to a cherished hobby that has spanned nearly 2 decades of my life, starting from my first visit to a games workshop when I was about 10 years old. Now, settled temporarily in New Zealand, your content remains a reliable companion whether I am at work or on the road. Despite my shortage of physical miniatures, your videos and occasional tabletop simulator battles in the back of my camper van keep my passion for the hobby alive. Oh, and your occasional tabletop simulator battles. Okay, I was about to say, I've never done that before. I should do. I even vividly recall listening to the Pirate King episode whilst ascending the epic Tongariro Trail, a 7-hour hike tracing the base of the mountain that famously portrayed Mount Doom in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Dude, that must have been a trip. That must have been a trip and a half. With gratitude established, I'm eager to dive into my burning question. I'm captivated by the idea of crafting some unique lore for a future 40k army, but I have no idea where to start. Could you share some pointers on creating army lore and how you approach setting a backdrop for narrative-based games? Stoked for your response. Thanks for all you do, mate. Much love. Okay, cool. So, one thing I would do is watch the indecision video that I did, right? The hobby indecision video, and watch the imposter syndrome video. Just do those 2 things to remember those things before you start writing lore, right? Remember those 2 videos before you start writing lore. Thirdly, well, this is secondly, really. Engorge yourself in the lore you find interesting for your faction. So if you want to do Necrons, read some Necron lore, and vice versa, right? Space Marines, you know what you're going through. You're going to narrow down what you're interested in. I'm interested in Word Bearers. Okay, I want to read The First Heretic and Betrayer. Awesome, right? Those are the books you want to read to get yourself immersed in what's going on there. I often use that as an example because you can, that you do what I did, and that you become a Word Bearers fan in in First Heretic, and then Betrayer happens, where they're also in that one as well, but the World Eaters are in it as well, and you're thinking, oh my god, these guys are so fucking cool, and you become a World Eaters fan, and instead of doing that, combine the two ideas. Instead of like dropping one idea for another, combine the two into something pretty cool, right? So, watch those 2 videos, and narrow down the lore you want to go over, and read it. Read it and engorge it, and go on YouTube and listen to hobby videos that way, and engorge yourself there. And then when you've got the ideas that you think are coolest in your head, make a bullet point list of 5 to 10 things that you think are pretty cool about the hobby and what you want to make your army do. Alright? Then narrow that down to 3 things that are the main core of what your army does in the lore. Those are your 3 core things. The other things that you got left, the 5 to 6 things you got left, those are secondary things that your army does well, that are part of the flavour of the lore. And that's how you start building the lore as you're going forwards. Lastly, make sure your lore is told from the perspective of an untrustworthy narrator. There's got to be a narrator who you don't quite trust. That doesn't mean they've got nefarious intentions, it could just mean that they're misremembering things. Never ever write 40k lore verbatim as A, B, C, D happened, because then your lore doesn't sound like 40k lore. I've fallen into that trap a lot, but now I'm actually keeping things back from the reader. I'm putting breadcrumbs in there, so that the reader, if they know 40k, can actually figure out the secrets behind my army without me having to say them. Right? They can figure out what my army is good at without me having to overall tell you what the army is good at. Right? So for the Iron Talons, I give away a lot of clues as to their gene seed and where they come from, and the reason for their rage, and the reason for their needing to temper that rage, and the reason why they've got a load of apothecaries. They got every single company in the Iron Talons has 10 apothecaries in it. Why? Because they're all natural healers. They all use the warp to naturally heal people. That's why, right? And all of those things, they create the most valuable thing you can have as a lore writer for 40k. Discussion between your peers. That's the most valuable thing you can do. Forget about writing a cool story. Write a story that makes hobbyists talk about your lore. That's the cool shit. Alright? That's the cool shit. Don't try and create a Primarch backstory where it's A, B, C, D. Everybody knows what, you know, what Comrade Kurz does, what Lorgar does. No. If you're going to create a successor chapter, especially, make sure that there's mystery in there, and make sure that the things that they're good at are shown, not told. We want people to discuss our lore, not read it verbatim like a checklist, right? Cool. That's what I would do, making your own stuff going forwards. Wow! 45 minutes! Jesus! That was a longer video than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, love you all long time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will speak to you tomorrow for some more hobby nightmares. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you then, dudes. Bye now.